it's Friday here and I'm kind of on a roll, so I'm just gonna get through this next video and then I can cross it off my list, okay? So this is how to recognize if you are emanating this divine feminine energy, okay? Again, these energies that we're talking about, they can exist in the masculine as well as in the feminine form, and you know, the whole spectrum. So I'm not saying it has to be a man or a woman, but I'm just talking about that feminine polarity, okay? And this is how, and I'm gonna speak about it being a woman just for teaching purposes. It makes it a little bit easier, but take it in pieces and parts however you need it, however it resonates for you and guides you, okay? In terms of leveling up your own vibration. So here's what you're gonna find in that divine feminine that is balanced in her soul, in her mind, in everything that she does, okay? She manifests really easily. So when she puts her mind to it, things are going to happen, and they're going to happen fast because again, she knows they're going to happen for her. She expects it. Oh my God, she is expectant of these good things happening to her. So again, that's something that you're going to notice. A lot of good things are magnetized towards her. She is extremely magnetic because again, she's holding this very, very high vibration. She's loving. She's not self-doubting. She's on her game. Okay, so that's how you're going to start to recognize if you are emanating that divine feminine energy or if you are around somebody that has that very high vibrational divine feminine energy. Okay, she's highly intuitive. She knows what you're thinking, okay? This is one of those feminine gifts. She can see right through, you know, anybody's false exterior. She knows what's going on. A divine feminine, again, she can see, 10 layers back. So that's something she's very, very keen in terms of her intuitive abilities. And this is good. This gives her an edge. Now, she doesn't concern herself with the behaviors of others. It doesn't matter to her what this person is doing or what that person is doing. She's on her own game. She knows what she is here to do and what she is here to accomplish. And again, this is what makes her highly magnetic. So it's something that all individuals should try to have this principle of the divine feminine balanced within the self, but especially for women, really not concerning yourself about what other people are doing, what he's doing, what she's doing, what your neighbor's doing. Just do you. And this is, again, such an important part of that divine feminine emanation. And also, you're not wasting time because, again, the divine feminine, her energy is very valuable to her, and she knows the worth of her energy and she knows how to utilize it. She gets down to business. So again, she doesn't want to be worrying about what Tom, Dick, and Harry are doing. Okay, she is doing her, and because of that, she's creating a lot of really positive things, really positive opportunities. And a lot of people would call that divine feminine lucky, but it's not luck. She makes her own luck. Again, she knows her worth, which is hallmark of this divine feminine energy, okay? If you don't show up well in her life, she moves on. She's not concerned. She's not tethered to things. She's very open-hearted. Again, wears her heart on her sleeve in an authentic way, but has boundaries. And if you don't come clear and correct, and if you are not bringing forth that beautiful, divine energy from whatever polarity you're expressing in terms of your reflection, she's done. She's moved on, okay? She is continually searching for that higher and higher vibration and that, next level of creation, okay? You cannot lower her vibe. So this is another thing. When the divine feminine is healed and balanced, there's nothing you can really do to take her down a notch, okay? She handles her business. She knows what she's doing. She knows where she's going. And again, if you are over here in low vibrational land, you're not going to affect her, okay? She is a very, very high vibrational creature, okay? And I'm also teaching this so that you can start to embody this and start to walk in this energy. It's a very powerful, beautiful energy. It's not arrogant, so I'm going to really make a caveat to that. It's not about having arrogance. It's not about thinking you're better than others, okay? Because again, that's ego and that's wounded energy. This is just simply about knowing that you are on the right path and holding steady in that energy. And again, not sliding down into insecurity of what other people are doing. Now, in terms of the way that you set your boundaries and chart your life. These are some really important things that you will notice with the divine balanced feminine polarity, okay? So she's not a follower. She doesn't care about what the crowd is doing. She doesn't care about what everybody else is doing. She shows up in her authenticity, and she is always real and, again, just being herself. So it doesn't matter if people are doing drugs or drinking or doing something that she doesn't approve of. She's just going to hold her own energy and hold her own boundaries in terms of her expectations for what she wants to see show up in her life. So that she puts the most important things first. God, connecting with source, not, again, partying too much, staying on her grind, making sure that she's making the world a better place, making sure she's showing up for her friends, her family, her loved ones in the best possible way. Again, this really reliable, she's the type of woman you can count on. You can call her day or night. She's always going to bring you this really high vibrational positive energy. And that is the most beautiful emanation of that divine feminine. Okay. The other thing is she saves herself. She knows how to save herself. She's not reliant on others. She's not in that victimhood mentality, and she doesn't expect anybody to save her. Everything else that enters into her life is icing on the cake. And again, she's baked a good cake, so the icing is going to be delicious as well. Okay. So again, she saves herself. She's not expecting the world to save her. She's not expecting a free lunch. She knows she's got to work hard for it. And this is part of that balanced energy that you'll find in the divine feminine. She's a straight shooter. Okay, there's no games with her. It's what you see is what you get. She's done playing those little girl games, because again, that's chaotic. She doesn't want chaotic, messy energy. She's going to tell you how it is, how you need to show up, what you need to be, and if it doesn't work for her, then again, she's not going to enter that into her equation. Doesn't mean she doesn't like you, doesn't mean she doesn't want you, just means that it's not going to fit into the pieces that she's laying in place for her life plan. And that's not wrong. It's just holding and standing within your power as a divine feminine. Okay, now she's comfortable with her heart, her emotions, and asking to have her needs met. She has no problem using her throat chakra, basically telling her truth and being very, very authentic and saying, hey, these are my needs. This is the way I need you to show up for me as a friend, a family member, as a relationship partner. And if you're not able to do that for me, well, you know what? I'm going to obviously have to get those needs met somehow, some way, okay? And again, she's very open with this, and she has no issues sharing her heart or opening her heart, because she knows the value of that, okay? Now, and she's clear about it. She states those things. You're not gonna have to play guessing games to wonder what she's thinking. She's always gonna be very clear and correct about what she is thinking as a divine feminine. She doesn't blame others, okay? So again, not playing games. She's never gonna be that victim. So when things crop up in her world, she sees solutions, not problems. She's never focused on what isn't going right. She's focused on how to circle back and make it better. So again, this very positive, forward-moving energy, very, very proactive, okay? And fast-moving. You're gonna feel that high vibration when you are in the presence of that divine, feminine, balanced energy, okay? Again, she handles things on her own. She's calm and cool in all situations, so not a lot of hysterics. She's going to know how to self-regulate, how to calm herself down, and be that emanation of that really grounded, beautiful, divine feminine, that maternal energy. You know how you just can always rely on your mom or your grandma? That is that balanced feminine energy, that divine energy, okay? She is not a people pleaser, okay? That's the other thing, is she's not gonna sit there and just do everything everybody wants, okay? She knows who she is, her value, and she doles out her time to those who deserve her energy and attention. So this is really important as well. She handles her finances, she handles her home, she handles her family, and she still has energy. So again, a lot of high energy that emanates from that balanced divine feminine. Because she's well organized, because she's structured, she is able to handle everything in her environment with ease, and she's a gift in this way, because everything is handled, she can go out and utilize her energy to lift others up and make the world a better place. Again, a lot of really high vibrational positive, a lot of this really high vibrational positive energy is emanating from her spirit when we're talking about that balanced divine feminine. Okay, so she does have a lot of energy. A lot of people will say, I don't know how she does it all, she just seems like a superwoman. And in a sense she does really operate in this sort of superwoman energy. And the reason why is because she's taken the time to set up her life correctly, to balance herself, to work on herself, and to set boundaries that cause, good things to be magnetized into her energy field. Okay, so this is how you're going to really identify that balanced feminine energy. And we're trying as much as we possibly can to balance the polarities on planet Earth, to take things to the next level in terms of the ascension process of consciousness, balancing, that energy of Earth. And part of this is, or a good portion of this is, balancing each individual, looking at our traits, our aspects, how we're showing up, and then incrementally making these amazing little improvements that make us a better and better version of ourselves. So again, I'm going to cut this video a little bit short. I got to get back to work and stay on my own, making sure my own life is in organization on this amazing Friday. But again, all of these lessons are just meant to help you to bring about a better version of you. And it's not to be saying that we don't all have things that go right, go wrong, and we're not always going to show up in this best version of ourselves. But these are the points that we can start to integrate into ourselves, these little micro adjustments that we can make each and every day to be that little bit better. Okay, thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you hopefully in the next video. A lot of this really high vibrational positive energy is emanating from her spirit when we're talking about that balanced divine feminine. Okay, so she does have a lot of energy. A lot of people will say, I don't know how she does it all, she just seems like a superwoman. And in a sense she does really operate in this sort of superwoman energy. And the reason why is because she's taken the time to set up her life correctly, to balance herself, to work on herself, and to set boundaries that cause good things to be magnetized into her energy field. Okay, so this is how you're going to really identify that balanced feminine energy. And we're trying as much as we possibly can to balance the polarities on planet Earth, to take things to the next level in terms of the ascension process of consciousness, balancing, that energy of Earth. And part of this is, or a good portion of this is, balancing each individual, looking at our traits, our aspects, how we're showing up, and then incrementally making these amazing little improvements that make us a better and better version of ourselves. So again, I'm going to cut this video a little bit short. I got to get back to work and stay on my own, making sure my own life is in organization on this amazing Friday. But again, all of these lessons are just meant to help you to bring about a better version of you. And it's not to be saying that we don't all have things that go right, go wrong, and we're not always going to show up in this best version of ourselves. But these are the points that we can start to integrate into ourselves, these little micro adjustments that we can make each and every day to be that little bit better. Okay, thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you hopefully in the next video.